Good morning. Can you hear me, Mr. Snyder?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay, and are you Ronald Smith, sir?
yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Smith, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes,
Okay, Mr. Smith, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Sheila Carol Coleman Berwick. Do you recognize that as being her will?
yes,
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
yes,
And after the date she made this will on January 29th, 2020, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
no,
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Snyder.
Mr. Smith, you're here to probate the will of Sheila Berwick, your spouse, is that correct?
yes,
And she was a resident of Jefferson County at the time of her death, is that correct?
yes,
And you've read the proof of death and other facts, and is everything in it true and correct?
yes,
And is there any reason, is it true that you are not disqualified and you are qualified to serve as executor of her estate, is that correct?
yes.
I believe that's all, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have a notary there, Mr. Snyder?
I do, Stephanie's right here, Your Honor.
Okay, let me know when it's proof of death and other facts is notarized, please.
All right, sign this, Mr. Smith. Mr. Ronald L.
24th.
Smith. Just sign the oath. The proof of death is signed, Your Honor. It's not been notarized. Good, sign that.
Sounds like it's been notarized now.
Yes,
We heard you.
try to stamp loud.
All right. Mr.
Open
Smith,
it up.
I sign the order admitting your wife's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. I know that Mr. Snyder will do a good job of guiding you through the process. I just ask your assistance in providing Mr. Snyder with a listing of the assets of your wife's estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well. Y'all have a great week now.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Okay, so Thelma Doris Cole. Well, let's bring him on. Good morning, Mr. Lander.
Hi, Judge.
You have 3 cases, so who do you have with you first?
I've got Schwartzlow first, Judge.
Very good.
Jesus, I'm ugly.
You know, I just think in my mind, I think I look like when I was 25.
Yeah, whoa, what is that?
All right, Mr. Schwartzless, if you would raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, let me find it here. Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Dorothy Lillian Schwartzlus. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go to the signature page and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, and after the date she made this will, find it here, November 17th of 2014, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Lander.
You're John R. Schwartzlow, is that correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Schwartzlow, you read over this proof of death and other facts, is that correct?
That's correct.
And is everything in it true and correct?
Yes, it is.
All I have, Judge.
Okay, you have a notary there, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Sherlander?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me know when this proof of death is notarized, please.
Okay. I gotta go get her.
Okay, he's got, code. There you go. Everything, let's see, we have all of them except one are self-approved. Okay,
Everything, John, or?
Mhm. Yeah, sounded just like it's typewritten.
Okay. Did she get here or no?
Wait till she gets here.
go ahead and keep her in there with you, please, Mr. Sherlander.
Okay, I'm waiting. She went to the restroom. I'm waiting for her to come out.
Well, I'm not gonna try to rush her then. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're waiting on her, I'm gonna go fill up my coffee cup.
Okay.
Does she need to sit here?
Okay, you can sit now. You want to sit in with the rest of them too?
Now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, he signed it. She's notarizing it right now.
Okay.
The paper, maybe.
All right, I heard the notary stamp.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Schwartzluz, I've signed the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters of testamentary. You'll use those letters to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions or title companies or anything of that nature. If you'd please make sure you cooperate with Mr. Sherlander in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate so that he can prepare an inventory that has to be filed within 90 days. So I hope everything goes well. Y'all let us know if you need anything. And Mr. Sherlander will go on to the Goss estate.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Just sort them out. Make sure you- I'll be in touch with you. Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Doss, come in.
Yeah.
This chair? Yeah, this one here.
Do I need to take my hat off?
Yes, sir.
I thought I did. Put that up in there.
Okay.
Oh. Do I need my glasses?
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Goss.
Good morning.
Okay, are you William Goss?
Yes, I'm William Goss.
Okay, Mr. Goss, if you'll raise your right hand, please.
Raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I swear.
Okay,
To tell
Mr.
the
Goss,
truth.
I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. James E. Goss. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm gonna go to the signature page. Let's see if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and after the date he made this will on June 15th of 2007, did he ever revoke it or amend it?
What do you say?
Say no.
No,
Okay, did your brother ever revoke it or amend it? Please, whoever's there coaching the witness, quit coaching the witness.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir. He's kind of hard of hearing.
Okay, did your brother ever change the will after the date he made it in 2007?
Mr. Goff,
not that I know of.
yeah, he never changed the will, did he?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Shalander.
Your name is William Goff, is that correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Goff, you read over this proof of death and other facts just a while ago, is that right?
That's right.
And is everything in it true and correct?
Yes, it's true.
Okay, that's all I have, Judge.
All right, go ahead and get him to sign his proof and let me know when it's notarized.
Right here, just like it's typed, William Goff.
Sign it.
Sign it, yeah,
Okay.
just like it's typed. Hey, Judge, we've had it signed.
All right, Mr. Goss. Mr. Goss,
Yes, sir.
I've signed the order admitting your brother's will to probate, and Mr. Shalander will guide you through the rest of the process. Please make sure you cooperate with him in providing him the information he needs for the stuff he needs to file with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well and y'all have a great day, and Mr. Shalander will take the Cole case
Yes,
next.
sir. You should. I'll be in touch with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all take care now.
Glasses.
Okay, did we take one of those with us?
I don't know. They didn't say, do we take that with us?
No.
Oh, okay. No, leave it
Let's see if
there.
I can get around this chair.
Okay. Don't fall.
I'll always getting around this chair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Are you sure you did?
Have a safe day.
Yes, well, Miss Shirley. Yes, ma'am.
Why do we have waivers in this? Why do we have a waiver? This is will name the applicant. Let's see.
I think it was 2 applicants. I think it was supposed to be co.
All right, are you Regina LeRae Johnson?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Thelma D. Cole. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you if you recognize that as being her signature.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on January 20th of 2021, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No, sir, she did.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Shalander.
You're Regina Johnson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, you read over this proof of death and other facts, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in it true and correct?
Yes, sir.
That's all I have, Judge. Sign it just like it's typewritten.
Like she made this will about 19 days before her passing?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Johnson, I heard the notary stamp, so I have signed the order admitting your godmother's will to probate.
Okay.
And Mr. Shalander will guide you through the rest of the process. Please make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of her estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well. Y'all have a great week and let us know if you need anything.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care, Mr. Hargrove.
Oops. There goes Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Hargrove.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Better than I deserve.
I hear you. I have Mr. Rodney Dishman here with me as well.
All right, Mr. Dishman, if I get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Mr. Dishman, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Ginger Dishman. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if you recognize that as being her signature.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on January 6th of 2020, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No, she did not.
Okay. Go right ahead, Mr. Hargrove.
Okay. And Mr. Dishman, you actually filed an application to probate the will of Miss Ginger Davis Dishman. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as far as there's also been a proof of death and other facts that have been prepared for you to sign today. Have you read through that?
Yes, sir.
And is everything stated in there true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you asking today for the court to approve your application to probate the will of Miss Ginger Davis Dishman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, that's all I have.
Okay, Mr. Hargrove, do you have a notary present with you?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I will get her right now. Your Honor, I have my assistant, Miss Charlene Wheeler. She's a notary.
Okay, Mr. Fishman, if you'll go ahead and sign your proof of death and other facts and let me know when that's notarized, please.
And Your Honor, are you gonna, while he's doing that, do you need a copy of his driver's license?
No, because we had to start, according to the Office of Court Administration, we had to start broadcasting these on YouTube Live. And so because we're broadcasting it, I don't want to put people's personal information out there on the.
Totally understand, and thank you for giving me that update. Thank you. And Your Honor, the proof of death has been signed and notarized.
All right, Mr. Dishman, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Once Mr. Hargrove has e-filed those documents with the county clerk's office, he'll be able to get those letters for you, and you'll use those to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate. If you need to deal with real estate title companies or financial institutions, I just ask that you please cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because he has 90 days from today's date to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Thank you very much.
And Your Honor, go ahead and sign the oath as well, correct?
Okay, well, you'll just need the oath for the county clerk. I don't need
Got
it signed. I just need it to get your letters. So y'all let us know if you need anything and we'll be here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mills, which case do you have with you first?
Friedel,
Pardon me?
Friedel,
Friedel?
yes.
Bring me up to speed. So the will self-proved, but the codicil is not?
The will is self-proved and the codicil is a holographic codicil.
Okay. All right. So the witnesses we have today are who?
We have the applicant, Betty Holman, and we have two witnesses as to the signature and handwriting on the codicil who are.
Okay. Witnesses, state your names, please.
Charles Dickerson.
And Donna Rankin.
All right. If all of you could raise your right hands, please. You and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
I do.
Okay. Ms. Holker, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Lorraine Friedel. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if you recognize that as being her signature.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on April 29th of 1966, did she ever revoke it or amend it other than by the codicil that we're going to hold up in a minute?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. And I'm going to hold up, this is for all the witnesses, what purports to be a handwritten codicil to the last will and testament of Miss Friedel. And so what I'd like to know is that wholly within her handwriting, and is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Mills.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Holman, you have the proof of death and other facts here in front of you. Have you read this document?
Yes, sir.
And are all those statements true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can go ahead and sign, and I'll be the notary. Mrs. Rankin and Mr. Dickerson, you each have in front of you a proof that states that you recognize the handwriting and signature on the codicil. Are those statements true and correct?
Yes.
All right, you can go ahead and sign your document as well. You can sign your oath. Okay, Judge, we've signed the documents and I've notarized those.
All right, Ms. Holman, I have signed the order admitting the will and codicil to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue you letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you can deal with financial institutions or title companies or whatever you need. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Mills in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. Thank you to the witnesses for coming in and serving as witnesses to the handwriting of the decedent. And Mr. Mills has one more hearing, so he's gonna escort y'all out and bring in another applicant, but let us know if you need anything, Ms. Holman, we'll be happy to help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll take care. Odell.
Okay, thank you. Take care. You ready?
Wonder whether they vaccinated you.
Okay, are you Donald Patrick Odell?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Odell, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Mr. Odell, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Patty Rose Odell. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And is that her signature on that document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And after the date she made this will on May 13th of 1976, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Mills.
Mr. Odell, you have in front of you the proof of death and other facts. Have you read this document?
Yes, I have.
And are all the statements true and correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You also have your oath here, which states that you agree to carry out your duties as the executor. You agree to that?
Yes.
All right. You can go ahead and sign both documents, and I'll be the notary.
Contested cases are at 10. Do you know whether or not in both cases the client had signed, agreed, ordered, agreeing to withdrawal, or I can't remember now. I'll look.
I believe so.
I left those files on my desk.
Judge, Mr. Odell signed the proof and oath, and I've notarized those for him.
Okay, Mr. Odell, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Mr. Mills is going to file your proof with the county clerk and get your letters for you. You'll use those to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate. I just ask that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because he has 90 days from today's date to file an inventory with the court. And if y'all need anything, let us know. I hope y'all have a great week and take care.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Andreessen. Oh, no, Mr. Conley.
I was like, whoa.
He was keeping us on our
Oh,
toes.
no. Making me pay attention.
What is this thing? I don't know what it's saying. There should be a thing saying about moving or something. It's not me. I know sometimes when I was the host has to unmute us.
Good morning, Ms. Park.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Conley.
Good morning, sir.
All right, Ms. Park, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Park, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. Ernest Ray Park. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and after the date he made this will on July 30th of 1991, did he ever change?
No, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Conley has provided you with a proof of death and other facts. Have you read that document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Conley, do you have a notary available there?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, if you'll go ahead and get her to sign her name to that proof and let us know when that's completed, please.
Yes, sir. Ms. Parks, this is the proof of death and other facts you read earlier. If you will sign right here. Ms. Swanson, if you'll notarize that for us, please.
How is Mr. Adams doing, Mr. Conley?
He's in surgery as we speak. We'll know more about that a little later today. Hopefully very well. Judge, we have the notarized document here on the proof of death and other facts. We'll submit that to you.
Okay, it's notarized?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Park, I have just signed the order admitting Mr. Park's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Mr. Conley's gonna e-file those documents that you signed with the county clerk and get your letters for you. That's what you'll use to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with real estate title companies or financial institutions, insurance companies, anything of that nature. If you would please make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your husband's estate, because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. And if there's any way we can be of help, y'all please don't hesitate to call on me. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I hope everything goes well, and y'all take care of yourself.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye-bye. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Andreessen.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Are you Pamela Fontenot Guillory?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Miss Guillory, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Miss Guillory, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. George Ray Fontenot. Do you recognize that as being his will?
I do.
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes.
Okay, and after the date he made this will on September 12th of 2001, did he ever revoke it or amend it?
No.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Andrews.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Ms. Guillory, have you read the document entitled Proof of Death and Other Facts, which is your written testimony here today?
Yes, I have.
And is everything contained in that document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Your Honor, we ask that the will of Mr. Fontenot be admitted to probate as a muniment of title only, that appraisers be waived. We don't have our MERP certificate yet. We should have it momentarily. I did talk to the MERP people on Friday, and they promised to have it to me today.
Okay, well, so Ms. Guillory, if you're going to make arrangements, sign your proof before a notary, get that to Mr. Andrews, and he'll e-file it with the county clerk. When he gets his certificate from the state that he's been waiting on, and which are often delayed, just to say that your father did not have any Medicaid liens or other liens that were perfected by the state that might be a charge against his estate. He'll file that with the court. I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate as a muniment of title, and then he'll guide you through the rest of the process. So I hope everything goes well, and y'all let us know if you need anything else.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
Oh, missed it. Good morning, Mr. McCall.
Morning, Judge. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Okay, so is this Mr. Johnny Ray Smith Jr. and Sylvia Jean Trustee with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if I can get you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of X.E. Lee Thomas. Do y'all recognize this as being her will?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and after the date she made this will on June 29th of 1983, did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. McCall.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Smith, we had an opportunity to review this proof of death and other facts before coming to hearing today. Is that correct? Yes. And all this information is true, correct? Yes. I'll get you to sign this. Just like it's typed in. Right here? Yes, sir. Signature, right? Yes, sir. And then this is your oath of office. I'm gonna get you to sign it, right? Just like it's typed there.
Okay, Mr. Smith and Ms. Trustee, after Mr. McCall, after y'all signed your oath and one of you has signed the proof and it's been notified, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue you letters testamentary as co-executors of the estate. Those letters are what you're going to use to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions or real estate title companies or anything of that nature. You'll be able to get those letters, or Mr. McCall will get those letters for you from the county clerk once he's e-filed your proofs with the clerk. My only request is that you would cooperate with Mr. McCall in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because he has 90 days from today's date to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay.
All right, let me know when those are notarized, Mr. McCall.
It'd be a little tricky here. We're having to improvise today.
Is he at home? He's in the office.
The judge is in his office, his courtroom.
I got your stamp.
She's working on it, Judge. She grabbed the wrong stamp.
Don't want to do that. Mr. McCall, how's the docket out there at precinct 4?
It's moving. I mean, it's that staff out there is great. I mean, they're taking really good care of everything, and they made it a lot easier on me. That's for sure.
Have you been able to go to any kind of school?
I went this past week. I was in Austin all week.
Great.
And I caught the third stage of it. I missed the 1 and 2, and I'll have to catch up on those probably in December. So
okay, we'll hesitate to call either Texas Association of Counties or the JP and Constables Association. You know, they're really good resources.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they have a lot of good educational resources online.
Right. They have these modules you can do, and I'm going to do all of those, and then I'll catch the first and second stages, and then that'll be my 80 hours.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You know, she's through notarizing those, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Smith, Ms. Trustee, I've signed the order admitting the will to probate. And Mr. McCall will guide you through the rest of the process. I hope everything goes well. Y'all let me know if y'all need anything.
Okay, thank
Judge,
you.
Judge,
Appreciate it.
Have a great week.
Thanks for everything you did with Judge Shashan and the building and everything. Who's the point person on that, or if we need to talk to somebody about what we can or can't, or if we're supposed to be doing anything at all right now, I don't know.
I think what you need to do is to get, talk to Commissioner Bush.
Okay.
He will make arrangements to, I think the only sign shop is in precinct 4. So Commissioner Bush will need to speak to Commissioner Alfred, make arrangements to get the letters made.